There's not much to go on yet, which isn't surprising given that the iPhone 7 probably won't arrive until late 2016. But this is an Apple handset we're talking about, so the first leaks and rumors are already starting to emerge and we've collected them all for you below. And if that's not enough, we've also created a wish list of 10 juicy features we'd really like to see in the iPhone 7. We've also come up with the perfect Samsung Galaxy S7 cut to the chase. What is it? Apple's next all-new iPhone. When is it out? Likely September 2016. What will it cost? Probably the same as the iPhone SIX's iPhone 7 release date.
If we were betting people, we'd say the iPhone 7 will probably arrive in September 2016. Apple tends to stick to a schedule, and the last few iPhones were launched in September. But according to a reliable source, Apple might actually bring it to market earlier. Sadly, how much earlier is unclear, but it will take a while to even finish development and manufacture of the phone, so we wouldn't expect to see it before the summer.
iPhone 7 design. The iPhone 6s looked a lot like the iPhone 6, but it's likely to be all change with the iPhone 7. Exactly what form that change will take remains to be seen, but there are some rumors. iPhone 6s for one thing, it could be even slimmer than the 7.1mm thick iPhone 6s. Mick Kikuo of KGI Securities reckons it'll be dropping to between 6mm and 6.5mm thick. That sounds unnecessarily slim to us, especially as it could cause the battery life to take a hit. But the Samsung Galaxy S6 is only marginally thicker at 6.8mm, so it's possible.
If TSMC makes the chips, as has been rumored, then some space could be saved, which might help Apple slim it down without making sacrifices in other areas. Another rumor suggests the iPhone 7 will have an all-metal design with a bezel-less display. It would be a big change for the iPhone design, but bringing in a new kind of screen technology would be a sensible move for Apple. iPhone 7. The iPhone 7 could be built to last too, as according to Makotakara there are a number of iPhone prototypes with ruggedized features, which could mean a water and dust resistant phone is on the way. We could also be in store for the thinnest iPhone ever, as rumors suggesting Apple will ditch the bulky 3.5mm headphone jack begin to gather pace. That would see a great dependence on Bluetooth headphones. Could we also see a wireless set of buds included in the box? iPhone 7 screen.
The iPhone 7 could be in for a big resolution jump if a DG Times source is to be believed, as Apple is apparently likely to move to glass-on-glass screens, which in turn opens up the possibility of a QHD or even a 4K display. A lot of Android phones already have QHD screens, and the Sony Xperia Z5 Premium is 4K, so it's possible that Apple will pump up the resolution of its next flagship, but given that the iPhone SIXs isn't even 1080p, we're skeptical that it'll get anywhere near 4K. If the iPhone 7 does get higher resolution, it might get bigger too, especially as rival phones are growing in size all the time. We're not convinced though. We'd still bet on seeing 4.7-inch and 5.5-inch models. iPhone SIX's a jump in resolution might not be the only way the iPhone 7 imitates Android though, as there's also talk that it could switch from an LCD display to an OLED one, much like Samsung uses on most of its phones. One new rumor suggests the iPhone 7s will be the first Apple phone to feature an OLED display. The rumor comes from Apple telling supply chain sources that it will be switching from LCD panels to OLED panels in the next couple of years.
Sadly, it doesn't seem like the technology will be here in time for next year's iPhone 7, and we'll have to wait for the iPhone 7s. That said, analyst Ming-Chi Kuo has dismissed the rumor, arguing that Apple won't likely switch to AMOLED before 2019. The iPhone 7 screen could be hard to smash, as an Apple patent has been unearthed showing bumpers which burst out from the edges of the screen to ensure it doesn't touch the floor when dropped. Patents often don't turn into products, but you never know, and it would certainly be nice to see a stronger screen. 3D Touch is bound to make a return, though it's likely to be improved in some way, perhaps by enabling you to scroll through the previews of content you peek into, rather than just having static previews. iPhone 7 rivals the iPhone 7 is likely a way off yet, so its main rivals won't have launched yet either. But as usual, Samsung is sure to be a big competitor, with the Samsung Galaxy S7 in particular likely to give it pause. Rumors point to a big screen, a spectacularly powerful processor and all the style and features found in the Samsung Galaxy S6. The HTC One M10 is likely to be a worthy alternative to Apple's handset too. Coming from HTC, it's sure to look good, but little is known about it so far. There's also talk of a 4.0-inch iPhone 7C in the works. We haven't seen a C edition of the iPhone since the iPhone 5C, so we expected one to launch alongside the iPhone SIXS, but sadly there was no news. The latest rumors suggest we'll see one alongside the iPhone 7, but it's not quite clear whether it'll be called the iPhone 6C or iPhone 7C. Some sources have been whispering about the phone coming with a metal back, unlike the cheap-feeling plastic iPhone 5C. Check out our iPhone 6C release date, news, and rumors. iPhone 7 camera and battery. Apple overhauled its camera tech for the iPhone SIXS, replacing its old 8MP snapper with a shiny new 12MP one and boosting the front-facing camera up to 5MP.